So we have this formula, and the formula is a physical craving. Once I take any drugs or alcohol into my system literally craves for more and more and more of it. So if you have a relative in your family, a son or a daughter, and you see that like they tell you that they're going to go out and hang out with some buddies or some friends or go to a movie and they should be home around 10 o'clock. Let's say at 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning, they're not home and they probably come home way past the hour that was comfortable for you. I'm talking to aunts, grandmothers, cousins, sisters, brothers, mothers, fathers. If your son or daughter comes home way beyond a reasonable hour and you're worried to death, you're praying, that person, that son or daughter, has developed the phenomenon of craving. In their mind, they might have thought with 100% good intentions, because most of these people are decent people, other than the fact that once they start using drugs or alcohol, something changes about that person. Something literally changes, and I know that you don't understand what it is. You do not understand what it is, and I'm here to tell you, it's not your fault. It's not the fault of the way the person was raised. However, environment does play a part, but you cannot blame yourself for the disease of alcoholism or drug addiction. It would be like a person that has cancer or suffer from any other disease. You as a mother or father cannot take the blame for the disease that your child has developed, whether it be cancer or anything else. So I want to free your mind from that to allow you to understand what's going on with the addict. The addict physically develops a craving that other people do not understand. That's why in Alcoholics Anonymous it says that the alcoholic has a phenomenon of craving. We know that they are craving, but we really don't know why. So your son or your daughter has a phenomenon of craving was baffling you. It is baffling you. It does not make sense to you. And the special reason behind that is because you do not have this craving. If you had the craving yourself, it will make more sense. However, let's go back to the chart so I can talk about the mind. Every real alcoholic and addict has a mental problem and a physical problem. We went over the basic elementary parts of the physical allergy. This is not, what I'm putting out is the basic thing that you must understand. If you want to take it to another level, you can. If you want to take it to a medical level, you can. If you want to take it to a scientific level, you can. I'm just giving you the home remedy. You know, grandmama's homemade biscuits on recovery. That's what I'm presenting to the world. The biscuit. How to make a biscuit. How to understand your son or your daughter, your niece or your nephew who's using drugs. So they have a physical allergy. Let's go to the mind for a second. Once this thing gels, once it comes together, you get to have a better or a beautiful understanding what's going on with that person. We have a mental obsession. On layman's term, an obsession for us is an ideal or a thought that overrides all normal thinking. That's how we explain it. It overrides all normal thinking. Let's use an example of a television. If you have a television, the normal way the television works is it has channels on it. Say you take your remote and you put it on channel 2, you should get what the station on channel 2, ABC. If you put it on channel 2, channel 5, channel 17, channel 11, channel 36, all the cable channels, every time you click to your guide and go to that channel, you should see a different program from the previous channel that you were watching. So normally it just switches channels all the way through the system and you get to see a different program. That's the normal way that a television operates. If you went to Best Buy or to some company and bought your new TV and you all excited and you brought it home and you programmed it and got everything set up and you put it on channel 11 and then you went to channel 36 or you went to HBO and you get the same program that's on channel 11, then something's wrong with that TV. Let's talk about what's wrong with the attic. It's the same thing as that television set, and when they put the president on TV, they override all of those normal channels. The channels that they desire to override, they override them. So if the president is making a speech and they have selected channels or stations, I don't know the proper name, that they would like to override, they would do that technically, and everywhere you turn you will see the president addressing the nation. That is not the normal process of that TV. It was overridden by the networks. All right, so let's go to the attic. The same concept. We're always thinking of using and finding means and ways to use. So how this works for us is that we have normal thinking. An addict, I had normal thinking, and I also had very, very, very good intentions not to use. Strong intentions not to use. I wasn't thinking about just using all the time. I was thinking about ways not to use. But I had the disease of addiction, so I didn't know how to put the two together. In my mind, let's say when I was using, I used to always keep a little job or go to the labor pools or maybe get lucky enough to, after I got out the service, lucky enough to, and this is when I was homeless, to land a job for a couple of weeks or months or even get a full-time position. And I remember every payday I had this list of normal thinking. I would tell myself, you're going to pay your bill, you need to go and get your laundry done, you need to stock up on some food for the week, you need to send some money to your kids, you need to pay the landlord. My landlord was probably a room, you know, in a rooming house, but I need to pay for the week. So I had 5, 10, you know, things that's normal thinking. And what I mean by normal thinking, anybody in this city thinks of things they want to do when they get paid. Anybody in this state, anybody in America, probably anybody around the world thinks of normal things that they want to do once they got paid. Let's list a few. For me, I always wanted enough food to make it through the week. I needed a bus card. I always wanted to take care of my kids. I needed clean clothes and pay some rent. This is the basic normal thinking for me.